God, it's raining!
What's up, YouTube? So there's never really a perfect time to shoot a YouTube video, so I start from here. So I've been using Ableton Live for a while for my live shows, and I've quickly realized that I only have two hands, just like any other human being anyway. But when my hands are already engaged in the performance, I've always wanted to do more, which I'm not able to do with my current setup. So I got myself this Bulgara foot pedal, which has MIDI, and it comes with a Bulgara guitar amp. And I thought because it has MIDI, it should be able to map straight to something like Ableton. Unfortunately, I think it has some other proprietary stuff going on, and besides, it's also a bulky pedal, and I would not want to carry all this extra weight around. So my idea is to cut this in half. This is not exactly half anyway, but my idea is to keep only 4 of these buttons and use an Arduino to read the button presses and then send that to Ableton in this instance. So I already have myself a sharp samurai sword, which I think can cut through metal. So let's go and see how that works out. A quick note on a MIDI message format. I've set up my MIDI controller here, in this case a BeatStep Pro, to send out MIDI information, and I'm tapping into that MIDI output and sending into my oscilloscope. Now my oscilloscope has the ability to decode digital data, but in this case I've set it up to decode MIDI. So if I tap on my controller, you see that we have a reading on the oscilloscope. Now I'll first turn this into binary data, and you can see that it reads as 1001. 1001 denotes a not on message in the MIDI format, and that is followed by the channel on which we are transmitting, in this case 1001 by coincidence again, but this decodes as channel 10, so we are transmitting on channel 10. Now that is followed by this, which denotes the value of the note, or what note that we are transmitting on the channel. That is followed by this value, which shows the velocity of the note, or how hard that note has been hit. Now this binary information doesn't make a lot of sense to human beings immediately, but fortunately my oscilloscope has the ability to decode this as decimal as well. So you see that our note that we hit is note 36. 36 is normally mapped to the kick drum on MIDI, and the note that we hit it with a velocity of 25. We can try that again with the next note, which is D, and you see that has been decoded as note 36 with a velocity of 89. And you can try that again with note E, and that has been decoded as note 38 with a velocity of 76. The maximum velocity we can have here is 127, and we can try that and see. Quite close, but not exactly 127. You can try that and hit it harder, and we have 127. So this is my drumstick, and on it I have an MPU 6050 module which has a gyroscope and accelerometer. So it can detect changes in orientation and acceleration in the X, Y, and Z axis. But in this case I don't need the Y and Z axis, so I've blocked them. But you can see changes in the angle X. So right now it's close to 0, as you can see, because this module is, I'm holding it horizontal. But if I go like this, then it becomes more negative in the values. And if I go like this, then it becomes more positive in the values. Negative, positive. And it can detect these changes very, very fast. So it means that I can be able to detect very fast changes in the angle and translate those as velocity and MIDI notes to the Arduino, and then translate those into drum hits.